Ladies and gentlemen, movie fans, TV obsessives, and people who definitely watched at least one season of a TV show, welcome to the 4th Annual Punchy Awards. This is the night where we hand out the hardware for the year in movies and television. The best new shows, the returning champs, the sequels that worked, the movies that absolutely did, and yes, the surprises and disappointments that we are still processing. These awards are not voted on by an academy. There are no committees, no envelopes, no long speeches thanking agents, pets, childhood drama teachers. Just strong opinions, bold calls, and awards decided by 3 guys who watched way too much content this year. And because it's the Punchy Awards, each of us also brought a very special category of our own. Some prestigious, some questionable, all personal. So settle in because the trophies are imaginary, the takes are very real, and the punches are about to be thrown. So let's get into it. Guys, welcome to the Punchy Awards. Here it is. Here is the official Punchy Award. I'm holding it. I'm the only one that has one. But well, there we go. I'll set it.
True. We do mail them out to the winners. We've only had half of them sent back, and only 1 restraining order filed. So we are.
It's true.
Doing good.
It's true.
There's a couple other. I forgot to tell you guys about them. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's why we put Dylan's address.
Yeah, that's right.
As the return address.
That's right.
Well, it's the Punchy Awards. We love doing these episodes at the end of year. We have some categories. We each pick our own. We might have some special nominees that we maybe didn't win, but we were like, but it would be fun to talk about that one. So, are you guys ready to start the Punchy Awards?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's kick it right off. Best new shows. This is like Charlie's favorite category right here. Because anytime we get to talk about TV, Charlie's happy. I don't know who's going first. So we're just going to see because I forgot to check ahead of time. So
fair enough.
It's Charlie's best new show.
This was a hard category. There were so many good new television shows this year. I'm so excited to make you guys watch every single one of them. But look, I'm not a medical drama guy. I did not watch ER or Grey's Anatomy or really any medical drama that has existed, unless you count Scrubs, which I guess had some dramatic moments. That's like the one medical show that I watched. So when this debuted in January last year, and I didn't have HBO at the time. People talked. It had buzz, and I'm like, Noah Wiley in a doctor show. Acquired HBO towards the end of the year, and my wife and I popped this on, and it was freaking good, man. And this they did such a good job. I feel like giving you a little sense of like the old network television style TV show, but in like almost like a 24 style format, where it's like an hour by hour of the shift of these emergency room doctors. So it starts at 7 a.m. and we go all the way to 9 p.m., 15 hours of this shift that you get to live with these characters. So even though like week to week, there's like new patients. And so like a new case of the week, there's all these through lines, not just with the main characters, but also with the patients. You have a wonderfully fleshed out cast. Noah Wiley is fantastic. There is one actor in this show that is just absolutely terrible. Thankfully, a very small part. I don't want to spoil anything by naming names, and we're not here to be mean. We're here to hand out nice awards for the most part.
Exactly.
But if you watch this, you will absolutely know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
And it's a small role, but man, is it frustrating that they cast that person. But the rest of the show is awesome. The cast is awesome. It is absolutely gut wrenching at times. And Brody, I know that's your favorite thing when I say that. I was
true. It's true.
If you watch any of our content, you know that out of the 3 of us, I am I'm the emp. I'm the sensey guy. I cry a lot when I watch content because I like to get absorbed into the story and the characters. And man, there was some it's so weird watching shows like this as a parent, because it's like new fears unlocked of like dealing with just dealing with this. Like you watch shows in your 20s or whatever like this, and you're feeling like, no, I'm invincible. Like nothing like this could ever happen to me. And then you watch shows and you're like, oh, I guess maybe something wrong could happen to me. And now like I'm aware that at any moment my heart could absolutely just stop or explode. But my kids, man, my kids. So there were just some gut wrenching episodes where my wife and I were just bawling, and she's like, "I guess I'm gonna go to bed now." We're both just eyes full of tears. But But I'm telling you, in 2025, a show that can make you feel like real feelings, like really make you feel and stay with you in a way that's not negative or haunting, but just kind of like you've absorbed. You had a good cry and you just lived through something. It's rare. It's rare. Really, really good show. Really highly recommend it. It is very graphic. So when they say someone's foot got crushed by a train, they're going to show you that crushed foot, and it is gross. When they say when there's a woman who's about to go into labor and they're like, "Hey, we're going to get a real close-up shot of this." I've been through it 4 times, so that doesn't faze me, but it might surprise some of you younger viewers out there if you're not expecting it, because it's a real close zoom.
Gross.
Oh, wow.
So,
I've actually wanted to watch this, and my super hot wife is a nurse. And so, I've thought that maybe she would be interested in this too. She's not normally like into medical stuff because normally it's not real enough. And so she looks at like the EKGs and she's like, that person's dead. And so, it's sort of like the realism can sometimes kill it. But I've heard such good things about this, and I've got some other friends that have recommended as well. So
watch it.
Nice. Very cool.
All right, let's move on. I don't know who's next. We're just going to see.
Hey,
Dylan. I'm guessing that's going to be the order from now on. It's going to be Charlie, Dylan, me.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Hopefully. We'll see. Welcome to Derry.
Welcome to Derry. It's really funny because I've looked at a lot of videos about the new iteration of It, but I was just like, I don't like ever seeing kids get bullied. So I watched this instead. So that never happened. I mean, hey, I saw the original like miniseries, so I kind of understood where it was going. I could not really read the book. I read The Shining and I was just like, wow, this is great. This is scary. And then I was like, I'll read It next. And like the very first scene with Georgie, I was just like, what? And I launched it across. I'm like, screw that. Clown. And so then when this came out, I was like, well, maybe I'll watch it. And I was like, man, I don't think so. But then when this was coming out, I started to actually watch it, which surprised me a lot. And I was surprised. that Skarsgård came back. And for some reason, I really wasn't actually expecting it to be in any of this. But he is, and he is really good. Like he usually, wow. I mean, I'd seen him in other things, and I thought he was a great actor. But I mean, like, he's really good as Pennywise.
Did you watch these movies?
Which Skarsgård is it? Is it Alexander or Peter? Or
Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård. Bill.
There's too many Skarsgård. Hot take here. There's too many.
Too many.
No.
Way too many. Bill can stay. I like what he has been doing. And once again, just to let you know, bro, I have not seen the movies. I saw the miniseries, and I've seen a lot of videos about the movies. But again, I didn't want to see kids get bullied. And then I watched this. Okay. But it was really good, heart-wrenching, and also in many ways graphic, more than I thought it was going to be. But I gotta say, I mean, I didn't see a lot of new shows, but I was very impressed with this. I didn't expect it to be. You always see, like you remember, like back in like the 80s, like they had like Friday the 13th, the TV show, and what Jason's not in it at all, and something, and it's just terrible, and so. But this actually really seems connected. I was exceedingly impressed. All around, they really get into a lot of details. They've always been very detail oriented because the book is like thousands of pages. So I mean, there's so much that they couldn't add in, and this was a nice little bridge for that. I thought this was really, this is a really cool new television show.
I started watching it. I do want to continue it, but
yeah.
Charlie, you have no interest in this, yeah?
I haven't watched or read any of the It stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I missed the window where I would have been into it.
All right.
Get too old for this stuff.
All right. Next up is my best new show. And I am a glutton for punishment with this doggone franchise. And sometimes it does me good and sometimes it does me bad, but I keep coming back. And this was a show that I was like, an alien show? I don't know. It's probably going to be bad. And then I watched it and I actually enjoyed it. I have no idea like how this is doing, like in terms of critics and other people talking about it. I really enjoyed it though. I look forward to coming back like every week. It had, you know, the xenomorph in it. It had some other like gnarly aliens that were kind of equally as gross and scary as the xenomorph.
Really? Equally?
I like. Yeah.
I am surprised.
I like that we're kind of getting a different side to all this stuff. I believe that this show takes place before even the first movie. And so we're getting kind of these insights into Weyland-Yutani and the other corporations that are just running Earth. Earth is run by like 5 different corporations because they're all so big. And so you know, this came back with a research vessel and Weyland-Yutani, and so you've got different corporations kind of fighting over it. And there's, you know, you have some characters and some, you know, you have the synths and you have the hybrids and stuff like that. I'm a sucker for all of this stuff. And so I keep coming back, and I did enjoy it. I'm looking forward to season 2 when I think it will expand a bit more. We were kind of isolated on like an island for the bulk of season 1. And so I do look forward to kind of expanding beyond that and getting kind of some new environments and some new locations and stuff like that. But you know what? If you like the Alien franchise, and if you're a sucker for it like me, and you just, you know, I liked Prometheus, I liked Alien Covenant, didn't care for Romulus, you know, I don't know. I'm all over the place, but it sometimes it just keeps hurting me, but I keep coming back. But I like this one. So there you go. It's on Hulu. It's good. Actually, Hulu / like Disney Plus. I think it's just on Disney Plus now.
Yeah, you can find it
Yeah,
on
whatever.
It's just the one. Yeah.
Whatever Hulu, Disney are doing, I don't know. You find it someplace.
Find it someplace. This one, I think, bro, to answer your question about the critics seem to really like this. It's been a little bit divisive among fans. So if you like go to Rotten Tomatoes or Metacritic, you'll find a pretty good mix of positive and negative reviews, which just goes to show you should watch it and give it a chance yourself to see if it interests you. Give it a chance.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. So
there you go.
All right, next category: best returning show. We're sticking with the TV shows, at least for now. Charlie, I believe you are up for best returning show. This is
like the most boring category every year, because every year I pick the same show. Because every year it comes back and it's great. I think it's like 4 years running the show has been on my list for this. I'm handing out another Punchy to the murders in the building because it's been consistently one of the best shows that I enjoy watching. Look, my viewing content is broken into 3 categories. This is not unique. Everyone's usually is. There's stuff I watch by myself, there's stuff I watch with my spouse, and then there's stuff I watch with my family. Now, you can mix friends into any of those categories as well, but usually if I've got friends over watching something, then that it's either family or wife. Very rarely do I kick everyone out and just me and a buddy watch something anymore. But this is something my wife and I have watched every season of together, and so I have a fondness of that. I started my oldest on season 1. So we're kind of like working our way into that side of it.
Okay.
The sense of humor, I think, is right up my alley. I love the cast. I watch them in anything. Every season, they kind of reinvent the show and manage to make it feel fresh. I keep waiting for it not to feel as fresh and for a dud to come, but it hasn't happened yet. At this point, look, either you've watched this or you haven't. Either you're going to watch this or you're not. You don't need me to tell you that it exists, and you don't need me to tell you it's good. Because if you've been watching this at all, you know what I think of it. But if you haven't been keeping up on it, I recommend it. And this new season is going to be good.
What's new with the new season? Why is it going to be good?
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but like every season ends with a new murder that kind of is like the setup of what's coming. And so there's an intriguing murder victim and setup for what is going to be coming in the next season. I don't want to spoil it. Watch season 5. You'll see what I'm saying. But season 6, I anticipate it being right back on this list next year.
Watch season 1.
You've watched season 1? I've actually watched
Yeah.
all of them. This is another one. I must say that I also watched this with the wife.
Ah.
And as soon as it ends, like as soon as we get done with one, we're just like, like what? Come on, man. When's the new season over here?
Right? Get out here already. Come on. Brody, you got to watch the rest of the seasons, man. Come on.
Gotta watch the rest of the seasons.
It's one of the shows that I always forget exists. I don't know why.
How?
Although this show probably has the record for the most punchies of anything.
Yeah.
Thanks to Charlie. It just
That's true.
Hey, Steve Martin, you are welcome.
Oh my short. And Selena Gomez, like unbelievable cast. And they work so well together.
I threw myself off there because I was trying to say Steve and then Martin, just first names, but then that doesn't work. So
sure.
Steve and Martin.
Yeah.
Steve and Martin.
All right,
Very good
Tudong.
pick. Excellent pick.
What's your show, D?
My show is even a longer running show, and that happens to be still one of my favorites, introduced by both of you two guys. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I saw it. The first episode, they teamed up with Abbott Elementary, which Charlie is very upset. He's frustrated with, which I actually came back to myself thinking to myself, it's actually worse in real life. This actually kind of makes me laugh. But you know what? I love seeing the It's Always Sunny gang with them. I love seeing the It's Always Sunny gang all the time. I can always go back to that. I think that they are fantastic. I will say, I think that this season, some of the episodes were surprisingly dark. Like when I actually started to describe them to the wife, I was like, they were doing this, and then, jeez, like that is so. As I'm saying it, I'm like, it's so dark, and then I'll go back and I'll be like, is it really that bad? And I'm like, nope, it's pretty dark, but the writing is still so good. And it's still the
what
same.
season are they on?
17.
17.
Which season has the episodes that when you try to describe them to someone else don't sound dark?
Don't sound dark? I mean, I could kind of do that with almost any of them, but I mean, these were
especially
shockingly dark. Especially, I was like, this has got to be the darkest season. But I mean, like, and I went back and I was like, but the writing is still so good. It's still the same kind of dialogue. They're still the characters. I still love these people, even though they're terrible, terrible people.
When they finally end this, do you think they're going to just kill off all the characters in some grand fashion?
They're going to have to.
No, they're going to say
all
something
gonna
like,
die.
Hey, no, I don't think I hope that they're not going to do that. I'll bet you this. I'll bet you like they'll maybe stop maybe if something happens. Danny DeVito, come on, man. Give us another 10, 20 years or so, dude, of these things, because I don't think that they'll stop unless something like that happens. I mean, the lady who played Charlie's mom passed away this year, and it was really funny because I was like, did they have like any? But I mean, once the season came out, they had a nice dedication to her. She was so funny. But no, I actually think like they were going to. I think in season, I want to say maybe 13 or 14. And it seemed like they were, I think it was 13, where it was when the gang waits for Big Mo. And it was almost like it was an absolute remake of Waiting for Godot. And it was so well. I was just like, I cannot believe that they are taking this play and they are doing it like this. This is so freaking hilarious. And then they're like, yeah, I guess we got to go. I guess it's done. Everything's finished. And then they're like, we're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. And I was just like, yes! They're still there. Even if they're like, no more show, I'm like, they're still there. They're there. I don't want to see them not be there. This is like an institution. And you two are the ones who are like, we got to sit Tudong down and we got to show this to him because this is like us right here. And then slowly I was just like, oh, I love it. This is great. And then slowly they were like, yeah, maybe this isn't us. And I'm like, no, this is totally us.
No, I don't remember why I stopped watching it. I think it was around season 6 or something like that. I think it just went away, and then I think I just
it didn't go away. It never went anywhere. It's been here.
Well, no,
it's
like
here.
the season ended.
It's still here.
The season ended, and then for whatever reason, I just didn't come back. I don't know.
Well, I love these characters. I love these actors. They are excellent writers, and I love the fact that all of the kinds of things they do. Like I said, it's shocking. Like if you were to see this season, like some of them, like I'll tell you guys about it maybe after this because geez, but it is still so good, and I still love these guys, and I always will.
All right.
There you are.
Okay. Well, my best returning show is a show that we don't ever talk about. It's not in our wheelhouse. It's not on either of your radars.
It's true.
But it's a show that I really, really love. And that is The Chosen, which is the Jesus, following Jesus through his ministry. This show is really good. It's really good. And they just did this latest season that was just this past year. They are working their way towards the crucifixion. And so this is Jesus and his disciples making their way into Jerusalem and going through the Last Supper. And they did it really neat where they broke up, they had little pieces of the Last Supper in every single episode. And so you have like a little bit of the Last Supper, and then you're kind of getting more of the backstory, where it's kind of like we know where we're going here. And it's kind of like this dread as we're going, but we're seeing things happen. We're seeing Judas betray Jesus. We're seeing the Pharisees and all that start to make arrangements with the Romans. It's just a really well-made show. It's the actors. Jonathan Rumi as Jesus is so stinking good. And yeah, it's a show that we watch as a family, every Sunday night. And it's really, really good and really well done. And so, yeah, this is, it's not a show we've ever talked about. But this season was kind of especially good just because of where we're going and kind of the direction that we're headed.
What
I'm sort of
season
dreading
is it in now?
This was season 5. So season 6 will be the last season with Jesus, and then they're going to kind of branch off and they're going to start going through like the post. It's going to be the acts of the chosen, and so they're going through acts, kind of with everything spreading. But yeah, it's really, really well done. Really, really great show. I really, really like this show. So
The Chosen, interesting.
yeah. All right. Moving right along. Biggest surprises. So this is the more kind of personal stuff for us. Charlie, what was your biggest surprise this year?
I don't know how to describe the show. And that's part of like maybe the genius of the show. So I'm going to do my best to describe it. You can pop it up. It's The Chair Company. And
no idea what this is.
It is like a comedy thriller, maybe a satire of like conspiracy theory shows, but done like in a way like that you would call Shaun of the Dead a satire of the zombie genre. So not like a slapstick, like we're making fun of the genre, but like also we're kind of winking at the genre. This is okay. I don't know if you're familiar with a lot of what Tim Robinson has done. If you've watched some of his sketch comedy, which is also on Netflix. This is actually not on Netflix. I guess this is. But anyway, I think you should leave. Very funny sketch comedy. And then I loved the show The Detroiters, which was a couple seasons. Fantastic. But he kind of has this style to his comedy, a little uncomfortable. You've probably seen is very memed, the hot dog guy suit. We're all looking for the guy who did this, and the fedora hat guy and the 55 burgers, 55 fries. There's a lot of it that has really made its way out of the sketch comedy world into the meme culture. But this show is I did not know what to expect. And every episode, it felt like it was leading to something, and then it would just do something totally different and totally random. It was like as if David Lynch was directing this, is the best way that I can describe it. It's weird. It's weird. And there's weird characters. All the side characters are colorful and odd. The show is uncomfortable, but in a fun way. I watched this with my wife. There's parts of it that are very graphic, parts of it that are very funny, parts of it that are very uncomfortable. The whole thing is not a show that you will have a mild reaction to. You will enjoy this ride and think it is wow, what an inventive and original TV show. I've never seen anything like it. Or you will hate it. and you will be like, this is the dumbest thing that I've ever seen. I have no idea why any human being, let alone Charlie, would like this or give it a Punchy Award. I thought it was brilliant. I loved it. The thing is so bizarre. I love David Lynch. It just evoked that sensation of like, I have no idea what's happening right now, but I love it. Is kind of how I felt. And if you guys haven't seen The Detroiters, or I think you should absolutely watch those because they're really great too. But I like Tim Robinson. I like his brand of humor, and this is such a good show. It's you guys probably shouldn't watch it. Dylan, you should watch it. Brody, I don't think you should watch it.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty.
What's it streaming on?
HBO.
Nice.
Like
Okay.
It, right? Isn't it on HBO?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So I know you can do it.
Uh-huh.
It's weird. Give it some episodes. Let it just trust me. Just watch the whole thing. I just want someone else I can talk to about it.
And
I'm
not
gonna watch
me,
it, and then he's gonna.
I'll just make you sad when I'm like, I don't like this show.
You
I'm
won't like
gonna
it.
watch it. I'm gonna watch it, and just because you've said this before, where you're like, I want to talk about this with somebody, and I'm like, I've watched it, and you're like, oh, that's good. I'm glad you like it.
Not
Anyways,
this one.
moving on.
We're
I'm like,
talking about it. Come on, man.
Okay. Fair.
All right,
fair.
Tudong,
That's
what's your biggest surprise?
My biggest surprise is a movie that, I mean, I don't know exactly what I was expecting, but either way, the movie is called Together, starring Allison Brie and Dave Franco.
We watched a trailer react. We did a trailer reaction for this, and I was like,
Links
I
below.
don't want to watch that.
And I was like, yes. Now, just as Charlie was saying, it is uncomfortable, it is funny, and it is, it is body horror. So instead of David Lynch, it's actually more David Cronenberg. And it really, really is. It really, really is. Yeah. Oh, geez. What a spectrum that is from David Lynch to David Cronenberg. And this has all of that. I actually like a lot of the things that these that they're doing, especially Alison Brie. She's been going and doing so many different kinds of things, especially what was a Glow?
Glow.
She was great in Glow. She's been doing all sorts of different of like indie flicks like this. And I saw this, and I it was on oddly enough, it was on Disney Plus, and I was just like, wow, it's okay, all right. And I gave it a shot, and I was just like, okay, this is surprising. I was not expecting it to be like this. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was really could be at times uncomfortable physically. Because when they are together and then they have to, at first are just trying to pull themselves apart, I'm like, there's definitely, shall we say, a scene where they are together in ways normal couples can be together. Only it's just not the way that they had to get apart, and they definitely got apart. And then they start doing this kind of thing, like you see in the picture, where they're actually merging together, and it keeps on going. It does not let up. And I thought I had actually kind of forgotten about it until I saw it on Disney Plus, and I was just like, yeah, all right. Very surprising, very fun, and something maybe you might, anytime I see something that is, I don't want to say traumatic, because I wouldn't say this is traumatic. This is a lot of fun. But if I did see something traumatic, I always like to have some sort of cleanse the old mental palate before I have to go to bed. Forget any of the just going to bed on trauma. No. And this, I'm not saying this was traumatic, but it was definitely fun. And I definitely needed to cleanse the palate a little bit afterwards, where I was just like, sheesh. It went in ways I didn't know it was going to go, and it was a lot of fun. Very surprising.
Love it.
Shouldn't be too surprising, but hey, there we are.
Oh, you get me like a little bit nauseous. Just even you talking about it. I'm like,
oh, bro, that scene where they were together, and I mean, they were together.
I don't know. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, they didn't think to themselves, I'm going to use my hands to kind of pull this apart. But nope, they just kind of decided, let's just go for it. And pulling apart manually. And
You love it. It's basically like Plastic Man or Mr. Fantastic.
There you go.
What? No,
It's like the Fantastic
that doesn't
Mr.
make
Fox.
any
He's
sense.
claymation. Yeah, because
That
the
doesn't make
Fantastic
any
Mr.
sense.
Fox is claymation.
The stretching.
He's stretching, merging, stretching, blending.
Yeah,
No.
same thing.
We're moving on. We're moving on to my biggest surprise. I don't want to hear about this anymore. My biggest surprise. Okay, it's a franchise that I love. It's a movie that surprise, it's a movie. A movie that when I first heard about it, and even when I started seeing things, I was like, no way that's going to be good. No way. And then I saw it and I really liked it. And that's Predator Badlands. I remember seeing stuff when they first started kind of advertising this, and I was like, I don't need a young Predator. I don't need to have the Predator be kind of the protagonist here. That's not the type of Predator movie I want. Whatever. And then we went and saw it. My wife and I went and saw it, and I really enjoyed it. Like it was super fun. It was so fun to watch. And you get Predator kind of with its cool gadgets. You get Elle Fanning as a Weyland-Yutani synth. And so like confirmation that like, Alien Predator, they're in the same world, even beyond. Yes, I know they made Alien versus Predator movies, but
sure.
This feels, those feel outside. I don't know. I barely count those as either franchise. They're kind of their own Elseworld stories. Yeah. But this felt like, oh my goodness, like, oh, we got Weyland-Yutani in here. And so we kind of have Elle Fanning as, the speaking parts, because the Predator's not talking and stuff like that. But it's he's on a planet. They're on a planet. They're hunting. They're doing stuff. You get this neat story. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to watch the Predator do its thing and be able to follow it, right? Because a lot of times with the Predator movies, you're following the human. And so you're from the human's perspective, and you get kind of glimpses of the Predator, and it's like, that's awesome. And I kind of want to see more. Well, this lets you see like a whole lot more of the Predator, and he's got the cool weapons, and he's got all this stuff, and he sets traps. There's a whole like montage of him setting traps. And I was like, love that. That's awesome. Yeah. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger setting his traps at the end of Predator, but it's the Predator doing it. Oh, it was so cool. It was so cool. And I was totally surprised, because I did not expect to like this. I actually didn't have much like desire to see it, because I was like, it's not going to be good. But it's been successful. It's been like one of the most successful Predator movies that have come out. And so I'm really excited that we are, what's the guy's name? They're kind of giving him the franchise.
Like the director?
Trachtenberg or something like that.
Trachtenberg. Yeah.
Yeah. They're sort of like just giving him, like he also did the Killer of Killers animated show that came out on Hulu, Disney Plus, and like that was fun too. And he's the one that directed Prey, and so they're kind of
Prey was good
like,
too,
okay, here's this franchise that nobody has known what to do with, since the first one, and Predators was okay, but there's never really been like a connective story behind all this stuff. And so they're kind of like, here you go, do something with it. And he's doing stuff, and it's really cool. And especially with Killer of Killers, we're kind of getting like this story. We're getting some backstory and tying things in. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. It's because it's kind of like me and Predator and Alien. I love it all. So this was a huge surprise. Totally recommend this. You both should watch this when it comes out of streaming. It's not streaming yet, but it will be soon, I think.
It's on my list though. I'm keeping an eye out for it.
Yeah, it was super fun. Super fun.
Very cool.
All right. Biggest disappointments. This is the sad one.
Let's
we
get
try
negative,
not
boys.
to make it sad, because I don't like to be sad like Charlie likes to be sad.
I love being sad.
True.
But not sad because something stunk. And this is not, to be clear, this is not like the worst thing that I watched this year. There's
okay. Yeah.
A lot of times
it's just you disappointed by it.
I have to have high expectations in order to be disappointed. If I watch something I'm unsure about and I don't like it, I simply just turn it off and my life moves on without any thought. But when you guys make me watch every single episode and pay meticulous attention to it so that we can do an episode by episode podcast about it,
No.
and it's disappointing, then you better believe that that's going to be my number one biggest disappointment for the year. And I know that I'm probably on an island with this.
Disappointment.
People seem to really like it. I don't get that. Daredevil was hardly in it. We talked about this ad nauseum. If you would like to see my thoughts, feel free to link below to all of our Daredevil watch-along episodes. I started out very optimistic and got increasingly less optimistic as the show went along. And finally, by the end, I was just super disappointed with the whole season. They started things at random points and didn't pay it without payoffs. It just the whole, like, this poster really says everything they were trying to do, and they're trying to do it in a non-subtle way, just like just treating the audience like we're dumb, like we couldn't figure out what they were trying to do here. So they're ham-fisting this juxtaposition of the Kingpin and Daredevil against each other, and the whole thing just, I don't know, it left a flat and kind of like listless feeling after I finished those final like 3 or 4 episodes. I was just disappointed. I was so excited for this. I just loved their Daredevil Netflix show, and my expectations were through the roof. And you felt like the different. I mean, even they were disappointed with this, and they fired everything. Let's start it again, and we'll reshoot some of it. Like, it wasn't like they were like, "This is the best thing we've ever made." Even they're like halfway through, they're like, "Nah, let's do a little do over here." And that really felt that in the show. I don't know. Yeah. I don't want to talk too much about this because I've already spent too much of 2025 talking about the show. But this, for me, biggest disappointment of 2025.
Hopefully the 2026 season will be better because it'll be like a cohesive story.
Yeah, maybe that'll be on my surprise list at the end of the year.
Ooh, maybe.
No, I'm expecting it to be good again. I'm ready to be hurt again. Bring on season 2.
All right,
That
Tudong.
makes sense.
Your biggest disappointment.
My biggest disappointment was actually Tron Aries, and I'll say this,
Brody.
Did you see this?
You know, I actually walked in and out of it, which is surprising, and I didn't.
You walked out of this?
Yeah, I was like, "What am I doing with my life on this?" And you know, I'll tell you something. I don't understand. I was disappointed when they cast Jared Leto. What are people doing? Still casting him with things? Why? I do not. How many times? I mean, there's people out there who get one like bad movie and they never get another shot. How many shots does he freaking get? I remember being so excited for the second Tron because I actually met Jeff Bridges, and he was telling me about how they were getting it made, and they didn't want to finance it, so he did this like teaser trailer, and I was just like mystified by it. And then I watched it, and I was like, I mean, I am disappointed that they cast Jared Leto. It's almost like they want to destroy this. Like the last one that they did wasn't good either. And I don't know what they're trying to do. I'm shocked. It's disappointing and it's shocking to me.
I liked Tron Legacy. I liked it. But I didn't see this. I'm a Tron fan, and I didn't even see this. I'm surprised that you saw this.
I'm surprised that I saw it too. I was just like, I forgot that. Yeah, I'm like, I forgot Jared Leto was in it, and he's like the star in it. I'm like,
well, Dylan,
ridiculous.
Don't worry, because he's going to be in the He-Man movie, which I'm hearing good things about, and so it's going to be.
Don't worry, you say
He-Man's going to be awesome.
Hey, don't worry.
And Jared Leto's stock is going to rise again, and he's going to start getting all these casting roles because He-Man was good.
Oh, Brody. You know, if Charlie was saying this, there's no way he could have said it as optimistically and with no irony whatsoever. All of what you said, I'm like, I was really listening for some irony because I'm like, if this was Charlie saying these exact words, there's no way he wouldn't be slapping me in the face with irony. And yet somehow you did it. I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. But somehow
I've heard good things about this He-Man movie, man.
Were they from yourself when you're looking in the mirror and flexing your He-Man?
I haven't seen any screeners.
Exactly.
I wish I could see screeners. Are you kidding me? No, there's like screeners out there. They've done like test screenings
money
and stuff.
You pay and then to like I didn't even have the heart to be like, I want my refund back. I'm like, I can't freaking, like, this is my stupid choice. What was I stupidly thinking?
So you paid to go see this, left, and didn't even get a refund?
I'm not going to get a refund if it was my own stupid fault. I'm like, how did I forget that he was in this? I'm like, complete idiot.
You didn't even like go to a different movie or something?
I was completely disgusted. I was like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I didn't have the heart. I feel so, like, when people come out and they would do that, and like, I want a refund. I'm like, how much of it did you see again? And so I didn't want to even have to do that. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm not even doing it. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I deserve to have lost my money because I'm the one who chose to see this stupid movie.
It does come on streaming this week.
You can walk out on it a second time, Dylan.
I'm absolutely going to walk out on a second time. Oh, bro. If I was a destructive person, I would have thrown something at the screen, and I would watch it in your screen, bro, and I'd throw something at it, like a little bag of popcorn or something.
Oh, my screen. Come on.
It's a bag of popcorn. It's not going to hurt it in any way. It probably would hurt the popcorn. It's the popcorn's feelings.
Well, this killed the franchise, so...
Good.
For now.
No, not good. It killed the franchise, but it doesn't kill his career? I don't get it. How freaking disappointing can this be? If this killed his career, at least it wouldn't be that disappointing.
Because He-Man's going to rejuvenate it, man.
I can't wait to do a trailer reaction for He-Man with you, bro.
Oh, I can't wait either. It's going to be great.
You got to go shirtless and have the sword. I want the full He-Man experience from you.
You gotta actually wear like the thing He-Man wears, where it's
like the
3D print. Yeah, 3D print the
cross
armor
thing. Yeah, I'll 3D print that. Yeah.
By the power of grace. That'd be great.
Take a lot of
what's your biggest disappointment, bro?
All right, my biggest disappointment is something that I was very disappointed in, and I didn't even have that high of expectations, and I was still disappointed. It was Captain America, man.
Yeah.
It was Captain America. I was looking forward to this. I'm one of the suckers that still looks forward to these Marvel movies. And I was like, oh man, Harrison Ford, that's awesome. All right, let's keep going with Captain America, with Falcon Captain America. Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that's okay.
Okay.
I even rewatched Falcon and the Winter Soldier to prepare myself for this, even though I didn't really like that show. And then
you'll rewatch Falcon and the Winter Soldier that you didn't like. You won't watch the shows that we recommend.
Well,
unbelievable.
Oh, that's
was
a good
also
point. That's
well.
a
Hold
really
on,
good point. Ow, bro.
It was also my kids that wanted to watch it, and so I was able to watch with my kids. I can't sit down and watch all these crazy shows that you want me to watch.
Do not watch The Chair Company with your kids.
I'm not going to watch The Chair Company at all.
Watch it. Bro, you can watch the entire season of The Chair Company in 4 hours. Alien Earth, 7 hours and 38 minutes to see the whole season. So just
wow.
You can really watch The Chair Company
You told me not
twice.
to watch The Chair Company.
Yeah, but now I kind of want you to.
Oh, no. But yeah, so I was looking forward to this. I was looking forward to Red Hulk. I was looking forward to seeing John Canito Espinito, doing Sidewinder, and I was looking forward to this. It was going to be more spy, like espionage. We got, I was just hoping for more of that, and it was just forgettable. It's a forgettable movie. I can't even really tell you much about it because I watched it and I don't remember a whole lot. That's how forgettable it was. Oh, the leader's in it. I just remembered that. The leader's in it. The leader's like one of the main bad guys, and I just remembered. So like I don't know. I don't know how it fits into this new MCU. I don't know how it fits into the Doomsday stuff. This feels like a movie that they are just going to kind of pretend didn't happen. We're not going to get references to Red Hulk. Captain America's coming back, so I don't know where that leaves Sam. I don't think we'll ever see the Serpent Society again. I don't know. I was bummed. I was bummed that I was so disappointed in this.
It would be fun at some point to have a conversation because they're bringing back Chris Evans for Doomsday. what was this an Anthony Mackie problem with the character, or was it, did Marvel do him dirty? Did Marvel do the character dirty? What went wrong with this kind of like torch passing? That they're like, hey, you know who we need to bring back? Let's bring back Chris Evans and let's make that happen again. So it'd be fun to talk about at some point.
I don't know, because I know that this went through a whole bunch of reshoots.
Yeah,
and this
it showed big time.
And the same thing happened with the show. Yeah. Falcon Winter Soldier went through a whole bunch of reshoots. Yeah, and then this went through massive reshoots. Like Seth Rollins was supposed to be in the Serpent Society, and then they completely changed all that. So I don't know. Poor Anthony Mackie I feel like is kind of getting the shaft, because all his stuff that he's like headlining keeps having to go through all these massive reshoots, and I feel like it hurts the product. So
it does.
We'll see. We'll see how this all plays in, if it plays in. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just kind of like, beep. All right, special categories. So we each got to pick our own categories to talk about something that we wanted to talk about that maybe the other guys don't want to talk about. So Charlie, you're up. I'm guessing that you have the same category that you've had for the past couple of years.
Yeah, 4 years running here. We just got the TV shows that weren't the number one of the year, but that I did really like. Like I said, this was a really hard year for me to pick a top one. I'm not going to give you like a rundown of all these because it would take way too long. But for our listening audience, Pluribus, The Lowdown with Ethan Hawke, loved it. Ludwig, Chad Powers, hilarious show. Task, the second season of Severance, Murderbot, the last season of Upload, and Department Q were just some of the best shows that I watched this year for various reasons and a variety of styles. If there's one show here in particular that you guys are curious about or would like to, like, what's that or anything, please let me know. But otherwise, these are all things I would recommend for a variety of people, depending on where your tastes might lie. So a variety of different streaming services and a variety of different style of shows, but they're all enjoyable.
Severance is great. It was on my best returning show, and then I bumped it. But Severance is really good.
It's really good.
Really looking forward to season 3. And Pluribus, didn't like it.
It's so good.
She's so miserable.
That's
really dislike watching her.
That's part of the show. That's part of the plot. I mean,
she's a miserable person to watch. I'm like, I don't like you.
You're watching someone in a state of apocalypse and a state of grief, and the idea that you're thinking of Last Man on Earth, like that it's played for like laughs. This is not played for laughs.
She was miserable before all that stuff happened. They went out of their way to show how miserable she was.
The whole tagline is the unhappiest person on Earth is like left. Yeah.
Well,
but grumpy characters have been on TV
accurate.
And in movies our whole existence. She is fantastic. True. She just won a Critics' Choice Award. She is fantastic. And your boy John Cena appears in the show. Did you make it that far? Did you see John Cena?
I did. Yeah. I made it through until my Apple expired. And then I was kind of like, no, I don't know.
I'm so excited
maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll.
And it was beautiful. Like it was just like the cinematography was fantastic. There were some gut-wrenching scenes. I love that fireworks scene where she's sitting in the middle of the fireworks. There's just some really like powerful moments, and it's a really fun series to talk about because it's like we've talked off air. Just like the idea of apocalypse shows. This is a unique premise, and I think it's really kind of maybe apocalypse is even the wrong word, but just kind of like these kind of. I don't want to say too much because you should, if you're intrigued by it, watch it. This is a divisive show. I can people who think it's too slow. I totally get it. I'm not offended by you not liking it, Brody. I don't think this is for everyone. It is not a style of show that everyone's going to enjoy. But if you're a fan of like fantastic cinema, look, Breaking Bad was incredibly popular and not populated by happy characters. They were not likable characters. Like the whole I mean, you might have liked them, but not because they were like charming and happy, sweet characters. Walter White was not like out there going, hey, it's he was anyway. We don't need to get into the weeds here, but
everybody in that show was a mess, a beautiful
mess. It's a beautiful mess, but like it's an interesting show, a unique show, and a lot of these shows were kind of unique. I thought Murderbot was a really quirky show. It Definitely not the best of the year, but a quirky, fun, kind of different take on the sci-fi genre based on a novel. Chad Powers is really fun sports show, very short, 4 or 5 episodes, but really fun, really good. Lowdown, Ethan Hawke. I think I love Ethan Hawke, which I did not see that coming, but like,
right?
I just, as every year that passes, I fall a little bit more in love. He's great, and if you hate Ethan Hawke, baby. He gets his face beat in like in almost every episode of the Lowdown. So even if you like him, you watch it. You hate him, you watch it. And either way, there's a little shot in for it.
Nice.
All right. Maybe Chad Powers. Maybe I'll check out Chad Powers.
You gotta watch it, bro.
If it's funny, great. Then maybe I'll watch it.
It's funny and it's short. There's like 4 or 5 episodes. It's
right up my
show.
alley.
I love
right
football.
up my alley.
I'm a sucker for sports stuff.
All right, Tudong, your special category.
My special category basically was my predictions for last year, and that is my favorite movie with Nathan Fillion, Superman. Hey, I thought it's really interesting. It shows exactly how much I love Nathan Fillion because I really dislike the character of Guy Gardner, and you know what? He made it work. Like he always makes it work. That's what he does. Basically, Burrowed, Charlie, this was basically like the #1 movie of the entire year, maybe the last 10 years, basically because Nathan Fillion was in it. It's hard to admit. I understand, but basically it has propelled Nathan Fillion to stratospheric celebrity and so on and so forth. People are climbing into his house. They're trying to get autographs. They're trying to ask him out to dinner, whatever it is. They just want to talk to him. They just want to talk to him, bro. I mean, they're not psychotic or anything. They just wanted to talk to him. What's wrong with dinner?
Seems like a fun hang. Seems like a good hang.
He does.
Dylan, I will agree with you that this is the best Nathan Fillion movie of the year, but I would also offer this counterpoint. It is also the worst Nathan Fillion movie of the year because it is the only Nathan Fillion movie of the year.
He only needed to do one this time. He usually pumps out several of them, but this time he was like, I'm going to do everybody else a favor. People don't need to keep nominating me for Academy Awards. They don't need to all of this kind of thing. He's like, I'm going to take a step back and just kind of like let the whole thing go and he didn't say this, but showed his graciousness, his artisticness, and sheesh, like what a freaking guy.
Nathan and I are simpatico. He knows the magic is in television. He's got the lanterns coming up. He's on like episode 120 something of The Rookie or whatever. 127 episodes of that so far.
Wow.
He's doing voice work for different TV shows. He knows where the magic's at.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, yeah.
He was great in this movie. The whole scene when he's talking to Lois, you know about the hypno glasses. So he's Clark Kent. It's like
he is great. He was great. He was really great.
Fantastic.
All right. My special category, I will be completely honest, is a complete cheat. I am cheating.
None of us are surprised. None of us are surprised. People watching, people who are here.
Full on cheating just so I can talk about 2 movies that I couldn't fit into other categories. So it's the best reboot, and it's a tie.
What are the odds?
How did it happen? I don't know. It just happened that way. Fantastic Four, the reboot from the old stuff, and Superman was a reboot from Man of Steel. You know what? So here's something about Superman, right? Is I've been the one who's like, Man of Steel's not that bad. I like Man of Steel.
Unbelievable, Road.
And then, but here, listen, hear me out, okay?
Hear him out.
I watched this movie, and this movie makes me like Man of Steel less. Because because
you have taste.
This feels so much more like Superman, and it really points out how
Stupid.
less
sophomoric,
less Man
juvenile.
of Steel felt like Superman. right? Like this Superman, he really cares about the people, and it's just it's great. It
He didn't
felt
dodge like big freaking like trucks being thrown at buildings where he's like, well, it didn't hit me, so I'm fine.
yeah, his dad is still alive. He didn't just let his dad die.
Just let him die.
Don't save me.
You can move at the speed of light, but don't save me. But yeah, I really liked Superman. It makes me really hopeful for this new DC.
Yes.
I really like
Netflix's
the colors.
New DC.
I love, yeah, we'll see. I love the environment and Metropolis and how it's all put out there, and it's the fact that we can have a giant kaiju, and like that's just cool, right? Like it could have been super goofy and super silly and stupid, but like it was just fun to watch. And Lex Luthor with the portals, and we have Metamorpho, like all these things that could be super silly, and like I bought into it. I'm like, no, this feels like DC to me. So loved Superman, loved Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four was my most anticipated movie of the year. Really, really liked this. Loved like just the way that it was done, like the Sue in the spaceship, going into labor was like such a neat sequence. It was so well done, and I was just the way that everything's happening around them, and I was like, man, that's well done. And I loved Galactus. I love that we finally got like a accurate Galactus, and they found a way to defeat him. And I loved Ben Grimm, and like I loved it all. I loved it all. I loved the city and the 60s that they're in. It was just so cool and fun to watch. And so I'm really looking forward to revisiting these characters in Doomsday and beyond. And I hope that we get to stick around with them for a while. So reboots, there you go. It was a tie, and that's my special category.
It's a good category.
All right. Best sequel. Charlie.
This I would not, if you had asked me this question even just a month ago, I would have had a totally different answer. But I wouldn't have expected to like this movie as much as I did. But my best sequel of the year is Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out. I really disliked the Glass Onion sequel. I really liked the first one. I did not like the second one at all.
Oh, interesting.
But I saw my expectations were very low for this, and we got a little babysitting for the kids, so we could watch this together, my wife and I, and we sat down with a delicious plate of Mexican food and popped this on with low expectations, and and it was great, man. It was beautiful. Just the some of the shots were just kind of breathtaking. I really liked the look and the feel. It was dark. It was gothic. It was Daniel Craig was fantastic. The whole cast was really good for the most part. And it was a fun mystery, kind of a fun play on the locked room mystery. I think that I watch a lot of this kind of genre, and so like I kind of paused it at one point, and I was like, Amy, I really hope they don't do one of these few things. And I listed off a few things that I really don't want this to be where the movie's headed. And then like actually in the movie, they kind of like pull out a novel, and they're like, these are some of the locked room mystery solutions. And they kind of start going through these tropes that I just kind of talked through. And it was like, so it's just kind of like that kind of the self-awareness to kind of present something a little bit different. It's not going to be for everybody. Like this, like I actually talked to some people like immediately after, oh, we love this. And they're like, oh, we thought it was really kind of boring. And I get it. It's a slower movie. I love a good slow story if it's interesting. You can bait me in with atmosphere and music, and you can bait me in with characters and depth, and I will be engaged in that. But if it's slow and it's and it doesn't have those other things, then toss it out. But I thought this was really good. So I think this is one of my my favorite movies of the year, and it happened to be a really good sequel. So this is my choice for the Punchy.
I need to see that. I want to see this.
It's good. It deals with faith, and I think you'd enjoy it, bro. You'd like the priest guy.
Cool.
Maybe. Unless he's a murderer.
We'll see. All right, Tudong. Best sequel.
Now, I actually revisited this one. I'm not sure if I revisited this movie because it was so freaking long, and I was like, I saw part of it, and then I saw it, and I thought maybe I should watch it in one shot. And I couldn't do it again. But I will say, looking back at the other sequels that I have seen, this is probably the one that I have actually revisited. Even though I mean, it's one of those things when you put it up, Broad, you'll see. I mean, it's really hard to say that it's not. They didn't try. You can't be like they didn't try. Like they really tried, and they put a lot of things in, and you could see all of the passion that they're putting into it. But it was just one of those things where it was almost like you take a couple of Mission Impossibles, and instead of it being one, you take this one movie and you kind of added several other of the movies, to which I was just like, this is I mean, hey, I thought I will always love seeing Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt doing his thing. I think he's fantastic. I think it's easily one of the last movie stars and all that. And I love what he does, and I love his passion, and I love how he does it. He didn't write it, so it's not like I can give him any problems when it comes to the writing. I mean, they should have done at least 2 or 3 more passes on that one. Cut this sucker down a lot. But I'm going to say it is entertaining. And when I would put it on, I was never just like, ugh, what am I doing with my life? Like Tron Aries. I was like,
they didn't try Jared Leto out in this one.
They
pass
did not.
The torch. The new Ethan Hunt.
Brode, I swear, if that happens, I'm blaming you for it. I am blaming you, even though you didn't have anything to do with Charlie saying it. I don't care. It's Brody's fault.
He made me say
it, Dylan.
He made me do it.
I knew it. I knew it. He sent you some dialogue. I was like, yep, this sounds more like Brode than it does Charlie.
That's right.
Sent him something
Brody,
in the chat.
how could you?
That's right.
How could you? But I still liked it. I was like, I liked Thunderbolts, but did I revisit it? I didn't revisit it.
Also not a sequel.
Fantastic Four, I guess you could say Thunderbolts, they put
also
ones where it was like Superman's a sequel, and I'm like, how is Superman? It's a reboot. It's not a sequel.
Not a sequel.
And I mean, I get
it's a reboot.
But see, Thunderbolts I kind of get as a sequel because like everything with Marvel is like a sequel at this point. But even then, I was just kind of like,
loose.
I just didn't revisit. It's very loose. But I mean, this is actually a sequel. I was trying to think of another sequel that I went back and watched, and I couldn't. And this was really entertaining. And you could see like I said, the passion they put on there. It's really long, and I'm not saying it's perfect in any stretch, but it is one that I revisited, and I'll probably revisit it again. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not, now that I think about it. I don't know. Probably, though. I'm a person of more than one mind with this. I don't know. Sorry,
this is a good pick, Dylan. No, this is a good pick. It's a good pick.
Is it your pick as well, Brody?
Because I have the exact same pick with the exact same poster, even. Yeah,
this was a cool poster, right?
It's a super cool poster. This was fun, right? And I think one thing that I want to do is I want to watch Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning like almost back to back. I feel like there's kind of one story, and that was kind of my thing with watching Dead Reckoning was I was like, well, but I know that there's like another half to this story.
Yeah.
But I really liked that they brought so much of the previous movies into the Final Reckoning. Like you felt it referenced so much that it felt like there was history there, where sometimes I feel like with the Mission Impossibles, the rabbit's foot that we were, was in 3 and then was just gone. And people were like, what was the rabbit's foot? And they're like, I don't know. The guy from the first one even, comes back. And that was super cool. And so it felt like there was this history that the Mission Impossibles don't always feel like. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 threads. Maybe he's got like a wife, in this one, and then she shows up in there, but for the most part, they're kind of standalone movies. But this one really felt like it was pulling from all these other movies. And so, yeah, I really liked this. I had such a good time. I want to go back and just watch this entire franchise again. And I want to watch it from the start, because it was great. This whole plane sequence was great. They're fighting on a plane, and just it was great. Loved it.
And you see it.
You should.
You didn't see it yet?
Well, because it came from the theaters to Paramount. I don't have Paramount, so I'm waiting.
Oh right, yeah.
It's got
It'll get there. It'll get there. All right, and now for the big one, the best movie that you saw all year long. Charlie, what was the best movie that you saw?
I meant to give a shout out to Bloodlines, Final Destination. I thought that was like the best Final Destination movie I've seen, maybe ever, but certainly since like the first one. So shout out to that one for being an excellent sequel. And look, this was a hard category, and in the end, I did not pick what I thought was actually the best movie, but like just my favorite. That I thought maybe
that's what it is, right? It's our favorite movie.
Yeah. And just one that I thought would be more fun to talk about with you guys, like selfishly, because it was really between three movies, and so I went with 28 Years Later, just because we haven't really discussed this. This was my most anticipated movie of 2026 or 2025, excuse me.
It was, yeah.
And look, this was a divisive movie for fans of the 28 years and 28 days, the 28
really
franchise. Look, 28 Days Later was a masterpiece. That was 2002.
Yeah.
28 Weeks Later was okay. It was fine. I have been wanting this. Dylan and I have been talking about zombie movie scripts. I keep coming back to the idea, like I want to see zombie movies where like the zombie apocalypse it's happened. Like I don't want any more origin stories. Give me like kids being born into a world where just zombies exist. It's part of the known universe, and let's explore that more. I don't know how spoilery we want to get with this stuff. I understand why fans would be, if you went in thinking this was going to be wall-to-wall zombie action, you were going to walk out of this being very disappointed, because it is not that. It is more tense than it is scary. It has a lot of like, high tension scenes, but not like, it's not really not doing a lot of like jump scares or really like horrifying stuff. That's not really what this is anymore. The world is different. It's 28 years later. And it is freaking gorgeous. My goodness. Lush landscapes and just beautiful cinematography. There's just some breathtaking shots that my wife didn't want to watch this one, but there were scenes I had to like, look how beautiful this is, and just like show her parts of it. And then there's like, just like this is really like the tone shifts in this worked for me. And I can fully understand someone being like, pick a tone. There's like at least 3 tone shifts that like could be completely jarring to the viewer. And I loved them. I thought it was the sad, like it was like sad in a different way. Like there's a heaviness to a world that exists like this, and still dealing with like grief and loss within a world like this that goes beyond just like monsters. Because just because zombies exist and you happen to be alive doesn't mean there aren't other things in life that are also horrible. And so we get to explore fathers and sons. We get to explore mothers and sons. We get to explore grief and humanity in the backdrop of zombies, which is cool. And then we get some ridiculous stuff. We get some real video game type zombies. We get alpha zombies. We get like these fatter, slower worm eating zombies to go along with the really fast ones from the original franchises. I like that stuff because I'm a video game guy, so like it worked for me. There's plenty of zombie nudity, which I could totally understand why some people would be like, why? Didn't bother me. So like I like the things that I think would along the way like just make people not want to enjoy this didn't bother me, and the stuff that like maybe they took some swings on really worked for me. And if this was a more spoilery review, I could get into that a little bit more, but I think it's just worth watching, even just because it's beautiful. Even if you just end up not liking it, just check it out, because I think when movie makers try to do something different in a genre, I think it's worth your time to view it and see if that clicks with you. We should push movie makers to do things that are outside of the box and that are different. Take swings, right? Don't try to just go for middle of the road. Take a swing, take a stand. So this is a good movie.
Are these all streaming together anywhere?
The first one and the third one are both on Netflix until the end of the month.
Okay.
So 28 days later, I believe, leaves Netflix on the 30th, maybe.
Okay.
The second one, I believe, is still on Disney and Hulu.
Okay. I know I saw the first one back in like 2003, but
you do not need to have seen any of these to enjoy this film.
Okay.
The lore is great, and like if you want to watch all three, I highly recommend it. But if you've missed the first two and have an interest in this one, just watch it. It's 28 years later, so it's not like, and they really kind of ignore the second movie, right? It was different people that made it anyway, different guy. So it's kind of like, it exists, but
sure,
we're not dealing with the end of that movie in this movie at all. It's like just completely get it out of here. So really more of a spiritual sequel to the first one and not the second one.
Okay.
Nice.
Interesting.
Ralph Fiennes.
I might check that out. Well, and there's a new one coming out this year, right?
In a couple of weeks. The Bone Temple, not the Bone Collector. No.
Bone Temple.
Denzel Washington's not coming back. Yeah, we get to explore Ralph Fiennes' character a little bit more. He is really good, really, really good. If you haven't seen him in the movie yet, just know he's coming, and he's going to be fantastic.
He's usually great. He's fantastic either way.
So good.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dylan, what was your best movie of the year?
My best movie. I know that it left you kind of little but I love this movie, and that movie was Sinners. I thought that this movie was fantastic. I always love Michael B. Jordan. I think he is an excellent director, and I always love Ryan Coogler as a director. Excellent. And what they did with this, I thought it was fantastic. Like for some reason they wanted to make it really difficult, where he plays twins with himself, and they did. I completely kept forgetting. I was like, wait, no, it's still just him. He doesn't have a twin brother. What's happening here? But I also really liked how they did things with the vampires. Bro, did you see this? Charlie, did you see this?
Yeah, I loved it.
I did see it, and I thought that it was...
I mentioned that I would...
Okay.
I actually like if people talk about the scene where like the music starts playing and the different genres, the different people, I thought that was unbelievable. But I mean, there were little things in there that I thought were just fantastic. Like you see the vampires, and they talk like stereotypically, like, yeah, you guys are all dead. We're just gonna kill you all. But oddly enough, they are a lot more. I don't know, like it's not just like they're just vicious killers. I remember somebody who did not want to be a vampire gets bitten, and then they're like, "Put me out of my misery. I don't want to be a vampire." And then they do, and the vampires around them are like, I actually was like, "Wait, did I just hear that right?" Because they're like, "Hey, why'd you do that? Why'd you just kill that person?" And I was like, Did one of the vampires just say that? And I'm like, I don't know why that stuck with me so much, but I thought that was fantastic and kind of sad and really kind of funny, because I was like, they're like, why did you do that? Why'd you kill? I'm like, that's so like, yeah, I don't understand why other vampires are like, whoa, you just stabbed him with a stake in the heart. That's extreme. Yeah, we've been tearing out your throat, but wood in the heart is a bit much. What's happening here? I thought all of this from top to bottom was great. I loved the if you want to call it the twist at the end. I loved all of that kind of thing. I thought this was just a great movie. It was one of those that I actually kind of reminds me of Akira Kurosawa, who did a Seven Samurai, and it's like 3 hours of a movie, 4 hours of a movie, and every single part of it actually does seem like it's warranted. It's not one of those where you're just like, come on, let's get done with this whole part so we can get to this. All of it was meticulously well done, and it was just a lot of fun to watch. I love this movie. Fantastic all around.
Yeah, the music was fantastic, and the atmosphere was off the charts. I will say, like, there was, Rob Reiner, rest in peace. You talked about Princess Bride. Now, the one shot that's haunted him his whole career is like there's like a lens flare, and it looks really pretty, but like it reminds the viewer that they're watching a movie, and so he's just like it's always stuck with him as like the. I feel that way anytime. Like this is just a personal pet peeve of mine when actors playing twins. Like I'm glad that you were able to get lost and think, for me it's like all right, come on, I know you don't have a twin, and so it's like it just heightens, like it makes it harder for me to get lost in the story. That's just a minor thing. It's a pet. We don't talk enough pet peeves on the pod. That's one that always gets me. It's like just get a second actor. Get a second actor. It's not so hard. There are actually twins out there that get real twins if it has to be twins. Like we could just have an equal, and they weren't like that distinct from each other. It was kind of like the voice was the same. I know they had like different color hats, but like this would be like if Mario and Luigi were just Mario and one was red and green and they had the same exact voice. I don't know. It just like, and Chris Pratt did both voices in the Mario movie, and I don't know. So that part, like, I think maybe it's like little things like that kept it from being my favorite movie of the year. But it was
whereas
really,
I say more
really good.
Michael B. Jordan, the better. Make me triplets. Give him to me in quadruplets.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
My goodness, the poor guy.
Here.
All right, we want you to play 3 roles now.
Yeah, triplets in the. Never enough.
It's a one-man show. He's gonna be every character. Yes.
All right, we got to write him a clone script where he's just clones everywhere.
All right. Well, so it's interesting that I was just looking this up. Okay, so Charlie's number 1 movie was his most anticipated movie last year. Dylan's best movie was his number 1 movie last year.
Nice. My
best movie was my number 4 anticipated movie. That's it. And that's because I wasn't sure how it was going to be going into it, and I was kind of like, okay, we'll see how this goes. So I've had a little Easter egg kind of in front of you guys' faces this whole episode with my shirt.
Yeah, no, I noticed it.
Is Thunderbolts. And man, I really, really liked Thunderbolts. I really liked how it dealt with sort of this emptiness and like mental health and depression that these characters go through, and how having people around you is so important. And then having that sort of materialize into Bob and the Void and dealing with that. And my wife likes to say the whole movie is resolved with a hug, because in the end, it's Bob is trying to kill the Void, and the Void wants him to do it. This is total spoilers. And his friends come around and like hold him. And that's what like solves this whole thing, is having people around you that love you enough to stop you and to pull you out of this darkness that you have kind of have been in. But then at the same time, it's really funny, like with Red Guardian, with Bucky, with US Agent and them joking about his hat, Bob throughout the whole thing is really funny. I think I underestimated. Well, I definitely underestimated how much I was going to enjoy this movie. And like, I took the whole family and we all really enjoyed it. And I actually really looked forward to it coming on to streaming so that we could watch it again. And then we watched it as a family again. And I was like, this is so good. It's honestly one of my favorite Marvel movies that it's got to rank. If we were redoing our ranking, this would rank really high. I would have to take a really hard look to see how high. Like, I don't know if this is like, it could be like top 5, like Marvel movies. Like, really? I really like it. And it's one that I can see myself revisiting like multiple times because I enjoyed watching it so much. And I'm really looking forward to, now that they're the new Avengers and kind of having that joke over them. and so I know that we're getting all these folks back, and man, I really, really liked it. And maybe that's why it's my number one, because I didn't expect to like it that much. And I was so pleasantly surprised coming out of the theater and being like, man, that was really good. So yeah. And so there's my number one was Thunderbolts. And this was kind of, I didn't even really I thought about, like, should I have something else up there? Did I like Superman more? Did I like Fantastic Four more? And I just kept coming back to Thunderbolts, and I was like, man, but I really liked Thunderbolts. And so it was great. I loved it. I loved it so much. So there's my best movie.
It's good. Good choice. It's a good choice.
Did you both have seen this, right?
Yeah. It was good. Very good. I enjoyed it.
Me too.
It wasn't one of my top 3 for the year or whatever, but it was good.
Sure.
Shout out to One Battle After Another, which I also really enjoyed. Leonardo DiCaprio, best performance I've ever seen him give. He was just fantastic.
I started watching it and haven't finished it.
Chase Infinity, she was fantastic. I think this is her first big role. She was great in it. Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro. I mean, the whole cast is just fantastic. Brody, if you didn't like this movie, I wouldn't blame you. It's not for everyone, but I mean, the performances alone are worth watching it for. It's Leo really, he's kind of turning into our generation's. He's older than all of us, but our generation's Jack Nicholson. Not just because of the slick back hair, but.
Oh, that's interesting.
Dylan, did you have anything else that was kind of like a nomination that didn't quite make it into an award spot?
But it probably would have been Thunderbolts. I was really thinking about the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. So, no. Besides those, we covered everything pretty well.
Shout out to Heart Eyes on Netflix if you want to watch a really gory slasher movie that is the perfect blend of romantic comedy and slasher horror. It is
Really?
a splatter, really a splatter horror film wrapped in a Nancy Meyers rom-com. It was kind of fun. It was a fun movie.
Interesting.
I like both of those genres, so having them matched together was all right, this works for me.
Nice.
Not nearly the best of the year, but fun.
For as much as Charlie teases me about watching shows, I thought about talking about Twisted Metal because I really liked season 2 of Twisted Metal. We got into the tournament. It got even more wacky than the first one, and I loved it. Peacemaker season 2. I really enjoyed Peacemaker season 2, even more than the first one, which I think not a lot of people agree with me on. But Peacemaker season 1, I actually didn't care for the first season and wasn't even sure if I would come back for the second season. But because I knew that it tied into Superman and stuff, I came back, and I really liked the second season even more than the first. Squid Games finished up, which I think was this year. I just finished watching it this year. Season 3 of that finished up, and I enjoyed that. And then because I love my reality shows, The Traitors, man, I got into the Celebrity Traitors, and I love it. I'm so excited for season 4 to start. It's like a reality show board game where they live in a house and there's a murderer, and they're trying to figure out who the murderers are, and every night they get voted off. It's so much fun. And Alan Cummings is such a great host. He's so funny. He is hilarious with his outfits and the way that he talks about murder. He talks about murder. Who's getting murdered? It's so funny. It's so great. So yeah, there's
shout out to Black Bag was really good. If you guys are into a mercurial spy, it's not really a thriller. It's more the mental side of things, but really good. So shout out to Black Bag.
There you go. Charlie, you have anything else?
I feel like I just had 2 in my brain, and then they all just kind of went. But yeah, that was really good. I did the extra TV ones. I'm trying to stall because I just had another one in my head, but you know what? It's fine. It was probably really good. The best recommendation. Oh, F1. Very. This would have been higher up on my list.
Yeah,
Like really predictable, really good, like just sports movie. If I'd loved racing like I do other sports, this probably would have been one of my top movies of the year. But instead, it's like it was top 5, top 10. It was really good, worth a watch if you got Apple. A fun movie, a good family or date night watch.
Well, this was a fun one. This was a long one. It's the annual Punchy Awards though, so you know we kind of we take our time. We want to be able to talk about the stuff that really kind of spoke to us this year. And so, you know, normally we're pushing for that 30 to 45 minute mark. But this one, you know, hey, hour 25, that's fine.
Hey, so make sure you're watching us on like 1.25 or 1.5 speed.
Yeah. All right. Well, Charlie, you want to finish this one out?
Hey, I think I speak for all three of us when I say the best part of 2025 was you guys. Thank you for spending any time with us. We really appreciate it. Hey, if we popped up in your YouTube rap, let us know. We'd love to give you a shout out on the channel. I know we popped up on mine. So hey, shout out to me. But we love
me too,
to spend time with you guys. And hey, 2026, a whole nother year. Let's get on all your YouTube rap. Let's do it. Let us know what your favorites of 2025, best movie, best show in the comments below, and we will see you next time.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.